Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll just wrap it up right now with the little new thing. It's like a debate. The two subjects: Chips Ahoy and Oreos. Now, a little bit ago, I asked online, which one people like better, and I actually got a lot of mixed reviews. Surprisingly, I thought Oreos would just be everyone likes them because they're kind of the newer hip thing.
They're America's cookie.
America's cookie. They're the gays' cookie too.
What? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I hate those people that give Oreos shit for that, but it's
I commend them for that.
No,
that ballsy.
No.
That's
yeah.
Cool.
It's just sorry that we're more accepting of people. It's it's good to them, and I probably already know your answer, but
I think you do too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Oreos.
Oreos? Honestly, I would go Chips Ahoy because
they're flaky. They're too. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I'll admit they crumble too easily, way too easily, but they are the prototypical cookie. When you think of a cookie, you don't think of Oreos. When you think of a stereotypical cookie, you think chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Rugrats, it's did they fight for Oreos? No, they fought for a big ass.
Well, that doesn't make it taste better. And Chips Ahoy aren't big ass cookies. They're little.
They do have some big ass cookies.
I thought they were little tiny. Bite size.
No, that's Famous Amos.
Well, they're not bite size, but they're so.
They have different sizes. With Oreos, they have different sizes. They have the smaller ones, in the little snack pack thing.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
It's a lot of things, candy. It's a whole thing. It's just you got your regular size, and then you got your fun size, and then they to exploit the obesity in America by making the huge ass gigantic ones.
Of course.
Yeah.
Have to.
And then they only price it maybe less than $1 more. So obviously you got to get that.
You have to.
You have to. I mean, you're wasting money if you don't.
Stupid if you don't.
Yeah, exactly. It's can I have 2 Reese's peanut butter cups for $1, or can I have 4 of them for 50 cents more? Well, obviously I'm going to go 4. Yeah.
But
right.
I think regular cookies, if you bake your own cookies, and those are better than any of those you can buy from a supermarket. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we're not arguing homemade cookies because that whole process of homemade cookies is some of the best. It's you got your prep where you're rolling in the ball, putting it on the pan, and then putting it in the oven. But then what are you doing afterwards while you're waiting for it to cook? You're eating the raw cookie dough. And screw those people that are don't eat it, you'll get salmonella. It's I've been eating it since I was young.
I remember for soccer competitions we used to sell cookie dough, and I would just take a tub of it, which is a gallon of cookie dough.
God.
And me and my sister would just take spoons and eat out of it, and those are some of the worst stomach aches I've ever had in my life, but it was worth it. I'd do it again.
That's one of those things where, nowadays, everyone freaks out about so much. When you freak out about raw cookie dough, it's what are we doing? How do we get to this point in society where we're afraid of raw cookie dough? It's we eat raw fish and we eat raw cookie dough, but then everyone associates raw with bad. They think, oh, raw pork, raw beef, raw chicken, you're all gonna get sick. So then automatically raw is bad, and it's no, you have to take it subject by subject.
I don't know.
Chicken, bad. Cookie dough, amazing. It's in some cases
it's better.
I was just about to say, in some cases, it's cookie dough is better raw than cooked.
They put cookie dough in ice cream to make it better.
Point in case, yeah, and I guess that's another argument. There's cookies and cream versus cookie dough ice cream.
Mm.
And honestly, that's where I'll give the advantage to Oreos.
I'm iffy on that one, actually.
Because cookies and cream,
curveball.
is my favorite ice cream. It's like it's like the most common deviation of ice cream. Like you have like your regular like chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, but then like if you want to get fancy, then you do cookies and cream.
After this, we're gonna go have to watch Sinister and somehow combine cookie dough with cookies and cream ice cream.
We'll sneak it in. We'll sneak it into
the theater. That
Yeah.
sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, but we have to be quick with it because ice cream does melt, and if you're hiding it under your coat, it's gonna be it's gonna be beating the clock.
Bring a little cooler beer.
Yeah. All right, so we need to finalize this whole debate. Brian says Oreos. I say Chips Ahoy. And honestly, from being in my unbiased opinion, the winner is got to be Oreos.
What are you basing that off of?
Popularity.
Oh.
It's pretty much popularity because I actually researched this before because I was going to do a video called By Popular Demand where like I debate stuff, and one of the things, the first episode was supposed to be Chips Ahoy versus Oreos, but then my computer, just wanted to be stupid, and like that's before like I realized, oh wait, I can do a different format, and it wouldn't be like 1 gigabyte of space for 3 minutes. No joke, but yeah, like I researched it, and Oreos, they're the number 1 selling cookie in the U.S., but Chips Ahoy is number 2.
Wow.
Yeah, and the thing is, Chips Ahoy has been around longer, but Oreos were created like just shortly after Chips Ahoy.
So they're neck and neck for a while.
Yeah, they're like the food version of Pepsi versus Coke.
The cookie version.
Cookie version. The really delicious version. The sweet. But yeah, so like I researched, and like they actually did one experiment. I saw like one experiment thing where they did an office where they set out 2 plates, one full of Oreos and one full of Chips Ahoy, and then they monitored it over like the entire day, like because like it was like an office atmosphere, so they just like from your regular 9 to 5 work day, and at the beginning it was like kind of slow, then it was like neck and neck, but then like towards the end there was more Chips Ahoy left. Actually, there were Chips Ahoy left, and there was no Oreos left. So yeah, so advantage Oreos. Too bad with my diet I can't have cookies. Otherwise, had to top it off with some little cookie celebration.
Only Oreos, though, since they're one.
Yeah, and now we can't even make a cookie monster reference. Now that he's the vegetable monster.
Really?
You never heard that?
No.
Like it was a few years ago. They changed the Cookie Monster to the Vegetable Monster, and like is like trying to like teach kids to be healthy, and then but he only has 1 cookie after dinner.
That is hilarious. That's so funny.
Yeah.
But that totally makes sense. But
no, I mean it would have made sense. I disagree with it too, because they should have just brought in a new one. Like brought in
like his child or something.
I know, it's just like that's like the major thing.
No. It would have been funny if he somehow found like a dumpster wife that was like the vegetable monster.
Oh my god, a dumpster wife. Oh, okay.
Because he's in a trash can. Oh, no, that's grouse.
Yeah, that's grouse.
Okay, whatever. But like he's like a wife who's like vegetable monster, and like she like coerces him to like
yeah. But of course I don't know all the storylines. That may have happened, probably not, but
that's funny.
I know it's
never heard about that.
It's just another thing with times changing and ruining childhoods, just like M. Night Shyamalan. All right, well, with that, we're going to wrap up this second installation of the Study Break podcast. We started with 4, we're down to 2. Brian, I'm going to eliminate you right now. So.
All right, see you later.
Yeah. All right, thank you for listening, and in the comments, just say what you want us to talk about in next episodes. The next Study Break podcast should be coming sometime in December, if not a little bit earlier. Just want to get one more in before winter break. And that's what she said. And we'll end with that. Thank you.